Hi, Mickey Quinn here with Retail Level Up. In today's Moment with Mickey, we're going to be talking about how to attract and retain the best people. Now, we all know that in order to do that, you want to have a great culture. And how do you create a great culture? By having a really positive environment. Now, in some cases, there may be some bosses that we've had in the past, I know I have, that they kind of withhold positive reinforcement. They have the mentality that, hey, they're doing their job, I give them a paycheck. That's the way it works. I'm not going to go around giving out cookies and patting everybody on the back just because they're doing their job. Well, if that's the way you manage, you might as well just keep on scrolling because this stuff is not going to be for you. But if you are just starting out as a manager, or maybe you have, kind of been tense and stressed by all the things that have been going on in the retail environment and in the industry, and you might need a reminder of how do you exactly create that great positive environment, reinforcing the good stuff, challenging and helping the employees that need that boost to do things the right way. How do you go about that? Well, it's all about shaping behavior. Now, if you know that boss that I was talking about a second ago, the one that's the Grinch that is constantly looking to catch people doing things wrong. Yeah, what a horrible environment to work in. Nobody wants to work in that kind of an environment. It creates stress, and everybody's probably going to be looking for a job, so you might as well just dust off those help wanted signs because you're going to be needing them. Actually, the way to create a positive environment is to be catching people doing things right. You want to shape the behavior, the good performance that you just saw, and if you want to see that again, performance that is as good as what you just saw, then you want to use positive reinforcement. And there's a really simple acronym that you can follow. It's called IS-AS. So when you see an employee doing something right, let's say it's Sarah, and you just saw her conduct a transaction with a customer where the customer had selected something to purchase, and Sarah suggested a couple of items that customer might need to go with the item that she picked. As soon as that transaction is done, you want to talk to Sarah. You want to say, hey, I noticed what you just did. And that's the first letter of the acronym. I stands for immediate. You want to give that feedback as quickly as possible to the activity that just happened. I is for immediate. And then the next letter, S. You want to be specific. In this example, you would say to Sarah, hey, I saw what you did with that customer where she picked out something and then you suggested a couple of items and she bought them. That was great. You're adding to our UPTs. Thank you. You were really specific in what it was that the employee did that you want to see happen again. The next letter, A, is for appreciation. You want to express to the employee how appreciative you are and why that means so much. So when you said, Sarah, thank you so much for adding on those items. You're helping us reach our UPT goals. You were specific, you were immediate and appreciative. You're thanking her for helping the team. And then the final letter in the acronym, S, is sincere. You want to express your thanks and appreciation in a way that she actually believes it. Not a passing, good job, thanks a lot. No, you want to be sincere and let them know you really appreciate the fact that they're doing things the right way. So why is positive reinforcement so important? Well, there's actually been several studies and research done on this. And if you're curious, you can look up the Lasada line. They found that it takes 3 positive comments or experiences or encounters to combat the languishing effects of 1 negative experience. So think about that. It takes 3 positive experiences or comments to combat 1 that feels negative. They also went on to further study the most effective teams, those teams that are performing at their top performance. It takes 6 positive encounters, comments, experiences to 1 negative one. So if you want your team to be performing at their very best, you should be looking for all the times that they're doing things right. And you want to reinforce it as much as possible. So use the is-as acronym to remind yourself when you want performance that is as good as what you just saw, you want to reinforce it. So you want to do it immediate, you want to be specific, you want to be appreciative, and you should be very sincere. For more tips like this, like us and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and be sure to look for our podcast on whatever platform you listen to your podcast on. Because all of us can use a little extra motivation, and we can certainly use some top tips. Because now, even more than ever, it's time to level up.